I begin to speak only when I'm certain what I'll say isn't better left unsaid. It is said, think before you speak. A fool speaks because he has something to say, while an intelligent person only talks if it's worth telling. Silence is always better than bullshit. Instead of beating about the bush, it's better to be silent. The Stoicism talk about restraint and mindfulness. We can attain content and peace if we follow these golden Stoic principles. It's the secret to eternal happiness to speak less and listen more. If we act upon these basic but most important principles, we will lead a happy and satisfactory life. Make the mind tougher by exposing it to adversity. We learn from our past guilts and experiences. If we enjoy a smooth ride without any obstacles, we won't be able to move ahead in life. The best way to train your mind is to introduce it to problems and difficult situations. Once it learns how to cope with them, you will be invincible for the rest of your life. Nothing matters in this world, and everything is based on different perspectives. If we keep ourselves in comfort zone and don't face the calamities of life, we won't learn new things. Our brain is in need of constant training and nourishment. To get the maximum output of it, we must make it face the dire challenges of life. To become is the highest achievement of the self. To control our nerves is one of the toughest jobs in the world. People often get panic and depressed while facing a particular problem, and as a result, they can't put their best. The best course of action is to control your nerves and emotions and face the problems right in the face. We often suffer more in imagination than in reality. Real outcomes are hardly any fearful than we imagine of them. If we keep calm and let the things go off, we can be the better version of ourselves. If something is inevitable, it will do so. Instead of panicking and worrying, control your nerves and let the time decide everything. We should always be asking ourselves, is this something that is or is not in my control? Stoics are often misunderstood and misjudged by the people. They are thought to be emotionless and even more worst. That's not true. On the other hand, they try to just remain and retain peace in their mind and heart. There are things which are under our control, and then there are certain things which go beyond our control. We need to let go of events and incidents which are not under our jurisdiction. If we keep hammering our head against such happenings, we will only despise ourselves. Thus, before any happening and incident, ask yourself whether you have any control over it or not. External things are not the problem. It's your assessment of them, which you can erase right now. We become what we repeatedly do and think about. If we feed positivity and good thoughts to our mind, it'll act like one. As the Stoic rightly say, everything we hear is just an opinion, not the truth. Everything we see is only a perspective, not the fact. If we see things through a prism of hope, positivity, and good vibes, it will certainly impact us accordingly. If you always keep complaining about the things without prior assessment and understanding, you will stand in the low spirits. The best way is to look for opportunities and benefits in every tougher and milder situations. We can find silver lining in every difficult situation if we think positively and keep our nerves under control. Settle on the type of person you want to be and stick to it, whether alone or in company. Everyone makes an image of himself how to lead a purposeful and good life. Chalk out the essential principles and be content with it. It's up to us whether we are capable enough to do it alone or in group. Company of anyone impacts him up to great extent. It is well said, choose people wisely with whom you spend time. If you pass your time with positive and like-minded people, it will induce good and comfort in you and make you real Epicurean. The more we value things outside our control, less control we have. Man is a rational animal, and the reason is the primary factor for that. But his reason is quite limited owing to his experience. When his reason fails him, he becomes violent and uncontrollable. There are certain things which are not under our control. For example, we don't know anything about future. If we overthink about it, we can't do anything but to make it more miserable and evading. Keep calm in your mind over things upon which you can't exercise control. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Your brain is just like a machine. If you are able to control and tame it properly, you will possess the virtues of resilience, strength, and moderation. The outcome of any events depends upon our reaction. In other words, how your brain processes and reacts to it, that is of vital importance. Just like our body needs food, brain also needs food for its nourishment. It must be fed with knowledge, wisdom, truth, and justice to overcome the happening and the events outside it. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Life is short but quite valuable. We see each passing day our dear ones and friends leaving this mortal place. But before it ends and we too depart, make it worth living. Cherish each and every moment as if it were your last day. Spread love and affection wherever you go. However the bad life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. Where there is life, there is a way. Thus, do not take life for granted, rather treat every moment as an opportunity to live and thrive further.